So I would like to introduce you to El-Bandito. Now, you'll notice something kind of interesting on this game. If I go a little bit more forward, it's kind of obvious, but there's a player in here that you'll notice that we reviewed already. Now, I don't know why it switched there. There it goes. HERO-SHIMA is one we already reviewed. He's a player that abuses arty shooting with the AVRE. This is a player that I literally am about to review in a replay prior to this, where he's shooting through a bunch of trees. And this player, they are all in the exact same squadron. I'm sorry, not in the exact same. They're in the exact same squad, and all three of them are blatantly cheating. Now, all of them are obviously abusing high-level cheats as well. I forgot to look at his account real quick for you. Pretty obvious. Yeah, he's the same way as our player over here. He's also, pause this real quick, he's also in a squadron where he is an officer, or I'm sorry, a sergeant, excuse me. So he has a rank. He only joined literally 2 weeks ago. So I'm going to guess he's either a friend of the commander or a friend of one of the officers in that point. He's not a member, or he's not, these other players that he's with aren't people that are, were past members of that squadron. However, he's in your squadron, so if you know that, I've said before, I don't go into squadrons, but yeah, so he is definitely cheating. Granted, some of these shots are pretty obvious, but he's tracking people. You'll see here in a sec. He'll shoot this guy, he'll back off, turn direction, and then look straight at the middle of the guy again. Doesn't shoot, doesn't look suspicious. Yeah, so, and then in chat, the SureIstillloveU shot that guy straight through the trees, and our HERO-SHIMA friend is still lobbing rounds. See that? Yeah, it's a dead giveaway. So this is another group of 3 cheaters in a single game, being blatantly obvious. EAC not catching them. Cool. I said it before in the last replay. I don't think the EAC compromise from Apex is an EAC issue. I believe it's still a Apex issue. Otherwise, the thousands of games that use EAC would be having major issues right now. I still have a major issue with Gaijin not updating EAC, but can't please them all. You can't figure out how Gaijin actually gives 2 shits about their game in its entirety. But we let a guy stare at someone through trees, and he dies, which honestly I'm totally fine with. Yeah, he deserved it. So I'm kind of leave this at this point. It's a very short replay, but it was pretty obvious the fact that this player is blatantly cheating. Oh look, he's following the friend of his yeah, he's now following what his HERO-SHIMA friend is doing, which is being completely obvious with his arty shooting and doing this nonsense. See, this nonsense right here is what I don't understand how Gaijin can detect it. It doesn't make any sense to me. This is 3 players I'm going to be reporting. I want to put all 3 of their names in the comments. However, the Bandito is the guy that I was initially investigating, because the other 2 I've already done videos on, which is crazy if you think about it. So it's all come full circle if you want to think about it. So yeah, so see, people are starting to call him out in chat. There's people that kind of get what's going on here, because there's no way that people would know what's going on. So if you're the guy in chat that noticed it, yeah, I'll figure it out. Shocker that these people are cheating for this long and keep getting away with it, because Gaijin literally has 0 security. And there's a recent video that a guy named SunnyX1 did, or 1X did. He did a video about a guy I did recently who has changed his name about 15 times. He is blatantly cheating, and Gaijin closes the subject on it because they don't want to ban him, because they just don't care. It's the lack of caring from a community that has a cheating issue, who don't want to figure out the problem with it, and yet they still let it perpetuate, because they just don't care. They just think it's a non-issue, which just blows me away at how sad this game is when it comes to actually game security. So, and how easy we would probably fix, because I know there's plenty of cheaters who I've talked to who claim it's like you can get the arcade indicator in realistic with doing minimal work, which is just freaking sad. So, you can kind of tell by my behavior today that I am just out of it, and I'm sick as usual, but I wanted to do some actual voice recordings, because I haven't done them in a while, and I had some times where I wanted to go out and I wanted to actually do some stuff with this game, and I also wanted to do stuff with other games, because enjoying other games is a lot more fun than playing this game right now because it feels like that last update was stale as hell. The only vehicle I like in the new update, that I will fully admit, is the Fox, because the Fox is really fun. It's the assist king, like, to no end. I had a game, well, a couple days, well, no, it was 2 days ago, as of this recording, where I had like 15 assists, because I would just break barrels and tracks or scout someone, because it's so easy to move around the map with the thing. It's very fun. So if you ever get the Fox, I implore you to try it, because it's actually the only vehicle I agree in this entire patch that's fun. So, as always, I hope you have a good rest of your morning, day, evening, or night, and have a good one.